Good morning to all my wonderful viewers out there. Welcome back to another episode of Droplist, the series where we cover all the items that are releasing in a specific week for various different brands. And in today's episode, we're going to be covering all the items that are releasing in week 12 of Supreme's Fall/Winter 2020 collection. But before we dive into week 12, just a little update. So week 10 still being written, guys. Week 10 of the podcast is still being written. I'll get around to it. Sorry, yesterday was just like a 30 degrees Celsius day and I was melted after work. It was just, yeah, I was not in the mood to record stuff. It was too exhausting. But hopefully today I can get around it. But first, of course, I can't do the podcast episode without covering something that is literally releasing today, which is, of course, Supreme's latest week of their Fall/Winter 2020 collection. So yes, guys, we're up to week 12 now. We have covered 12 weeks of Supreme releases. Whew, we've had our ups and downs throughout these 12 weeks. Hopefully the 12th week will be another up, because I'm gonna say over the past 3 weeks it's been very miss for me on the clothing. Hopefully there'll be something here for me today. We'll just have to see. How we're going to cover all the items and all the release details, all the alleged retail prices of all the items this week, is by using, of course, a Supreme community page. We'll head on over there now and we'll start covering week 12 and all the items that are releasing in it. Here we are at the Supreme community page, guys. As always, if you want to check out the page for yourself and vote for the items yourself, it'll be always linked in that description section below, so you can check it out there. We'll be covering all these sections up here individually, just to break it up a little bit, because if we try and cover all the items at once, we're going to be here forever. I'm a little bit worried. I always get worried when the top 3 items are accessories, because that makes me think, oh no, the clothing's not good this week. But in saying that, I don't always agree with the popular opinion of the Supreme community. Sometimes there are some pieces that I think I've, heavily critiqued as being bad, but I actually think, you know what? Actually pretty dope. And hopefully you guys are the same, and you don't just follow the Supreme community's, thoughts on certain pieces. Make up your own mind there. So let's get into it. The first section that we're going to be covering today, the first lot of items that we're going to be covering that is dropping in week 12, is going to be the jacket. This is kind of unfortunate, because now that we're moving into the hotter seasons in Australia, I'm just not going to be able to wear a bunch of outwear. So this is really grim. I'm glad that the items in this, jacket section this week aren't amazing, mind-blowing items, because I'm like, good, then I, don't miss out on not being able to wear them if I wanted to pick one up. Thank God for that. But okay, let's kick it off. Let's talk about the first jacket that's releasing this week, which is the Velvet Work Jacket. It's an all cotton velvet jacket with satin lining. That sounds really nice, actually. That sounds like a really nice and comfy jacket. It comes in 3 colors. It comes in a checkered pattern, a blue, and a brown. Now, velvet, it's going to come off with like a glossy, shiny kind of look. The silhouette itself has 2 pockets towards the waistline and a pocket on the left breast. The silhouette itself is actually kind of nice. I actually do like the colors on this, and this crazy one here, the checkered pattern one, that's just really unique, and I wouldn't expect it to be out of velvet if I saw a checkered work jacket. I think this is really cool. I think this is a really overhated item, because 986 of the votes are downvoted, 542 of them are upvoted. It's going to retail for 288 USD. Look, resellers, buy this, realize that you can't make any money off it, and then sell it to me on Grailed for like 200 USD, and I'll definitely pick that up. I'll pick it up in... The blue color is actually really nice. The blue color is actually really... This is going to look really nice on person. That has a lot of potential there for a lot of cool outfits there. We'll move on to the second jacket, which is the Script Logos Wool Overcoat. Supreme usually releases an overcoat a season. They're never the most popular items. Most people don't like Supreme overcoats. The retail prices are always really large, 558 USD. Sounds about right. Usually Supreme overcoats are around 500 and something US dollars. Personally, I think this is a cool overcoat. I noticed that once it's opened up, it has like a quilt lining as well. So it's gonna be mad comfy. A lot of overcoats actually don't do full quilt lining in the jackets. Quilt lining usually goes to about the waistline, and then jackets generally stop because, you know, people that make overcoats are generally like, oh, you don't need the quilt lining for your legs and stuff like that. We don't need it. Supreme has gone to that little bit of effort and given you the full quilt lining all the way to the bottom of the jacket, and I actually just got to give them props for that. It's really well done. The actual design itself with the script logos all over it, does it say that it's embroidered? The card logo pattern, no, it doesn't really imply that it's embroidered. It could be a print, but I reckon it's going to be an all-over embroidery. I think all the Supreme scripts that are all over it are going to be embroidered. I honestly think this item's really cool. The colors aren't the best, but they're manageable. They're doable. I actually like this jacket. $550 US is a bit much, but if someone buys one, wears it, doesn't like it in a couple years, and is selling it for like 300 USD on Grailed, I'd consider picking it up. It's a nice little piece. The black one's actually quite nice with the red script on it. Now, moving into probably one of the biggest items that are releasing this week, we have our final jacket, which is the Ariel Tapestry Harrington jacket. This is quite interesting that tapestry is now being used for clothing these days. Who would have thought that when I started covering 4444 months ago that we're now talking about Supreme doing tapestry? You know, it's just moving up and up and up. Next, we're going to see fashion brands using it, like high-end fashion brands. This is pretty cool. It's a cotton blend with a woven graphic and full zip closure. So if we go to the front of the piece, it has a zip closure there. The graphic itself is really nice. It's New York City with a little plane with Supreme being, you know, pulled behind it. It's cool. It's actually a really cool jacket. I love all over prints. This is a really nice all over print. The retail price is going to be $358 US. This is a really nice piece. It's got 5,412 upvotes. Ooh, wow, that's actually pretty wild. But yeah, all round, the jackets this week, really, really solid. I think Supreme's done a really good job with the jackets this week. Even though these two are hated on, I think all three of them are really nice. But that's all the jackets that are releasing this week, guys. We'll move on now and have a look at the shirts that are releasing in week 12. Ooh, okay, yeah. Can we just go back to the jackets? These shirts are not looking too good. Let's dive into them. Maybe I'll change my mind here. But to start it off with, for the first t-shirt that's releasing this week, we have the Hooded Shadow Plaid shirt. All cotton with cotton fleece hood. This just looks nasty, and it has like this weird S for Supreme in between the plaid. $138. Yeah, that's a no for me, Chief. That's going to be a no for me on that one. Next, the other t-shirt that we have releasing this week is the Studded Collars Rayon Short Sleeve shirt. The studded collars graphic here seems to be the theme of this week. I actually don't mind it too much. I think it actually looks kind of cool on the white button-up. The rest of the color, actually the red's not too bad as well. I just don't see myself wearing a red rayon shirt though. I could see myself wearing the white one though, yeah. Yeah, the white one's alright, the red one's okay, the black one, I feel like you lose the graphic on the black one. It's gonna retail for $138. If someone's selling it on Grailed for El Cheapo a couple of years down the line in an extra large, I'd consider picking it up. It's not too bad of a piece there. That's all the t-shirts that are releasing this week though, guys. Only 2 of them in week 12. We'll move on now and have a look at the tops/sweaters that are releasing in week 12. Again, we've only got 2 that are releasing this week. To kick off the tops/sweaters, we have the checkerboard zip-up sweater. It's really hard to see from the images, but I think if you zoom in, okay, well that's really it. So really the highlighted areas here are done in the checkerboard pattern. You can see it around the collar, around the full zip closure, and around the pockets here, as well as the actual Supreme text. I think the Supreme text might have a checkerboard pattern, or it might just be embroidered there that's contrasting, and that's why you can see it there. It's alright. It's merino wool blend though, so it's wool and merino wool, I reckon, just because, you know, if they did full merino wool, this thing would cost you an arm and a leg, but it only costs you one arm. It's $158 US. I mean, it's alright. It's nothing too crazy. Yeah, that's really about all you can say about it. It's nothing too wild. It's not a piece that I could see myself wearing, so I'm going to give it a thumbs down on that one, but Nope, it's good to see that Supreme's using a good blend of at least some good quality materials like merino wool. Secondly, in the tops slash sweaters, we have the multicolor long sleeve top. This comes in 3 colors. It comes in black, white, or brown. It has a multicolored Supreme embroidered logo on the left breast and on the left arm as well. This is just not a piece I can see myself wearing. It's just not anything. Yeah, it's generic. It's kind of just something I'd expect from Supreme every season. It's nothing too crazy here. I'm gonna put that one as a thumbs down. I'm not really too keen on that one, but yeah, that's it. That is all the tops and sweaters that are releasing this week, guys. We'll move on now and have a look at the sweatshirts that are releasing this week. I'm just gonna say quite quickly, sorry if you can hear a bird outside, guys. Classic Australia, you know, you open the window once and all the birds just start chatting everywhere. Trying to cover a goddamn Supreme drop here, Australia. Shut up, bro. Well, let's dive into the sweatshirts that are releasing this week. So we have 2 items that are releasing. We have, to start it off, the studded collar hooded sweatshirt in a very overdyed color here. We have a light lavender, a very overdyed looking black, and a white. The graphic looks alright, but again, I feel like you lose it once you go for the black one. Out of the 2 colors that I'm really thinking will pop, it's the white and the lavender. I can't see myself wearing a lavender one with all these like studded collars all over it, and the white one as well. It's just, and for 160 USD, 168 USD, it's going to be a thumbs down for me. The only other sweatshirt that we are getting this week is a crew neck sweatshirt. A classic, you know, heavyweight cross-grain fleece one. It comes in a variety of different colors, and it features the aerial graphic that we saw on the tapestry work jacket there. It's a little small. I kind of would have liked the graphic just to be like maybe like an inch or 2 bigger, just like, I don't know. It is very, very small on the chest here. Kind of would have liked it a little bit bigger. It does come in a lot of colors though. I really like this like burgundy or maroon one here. This one's really, really nice. It's going to retail for 148 US dollars. This is a solid piece. Comes in a lot of really, really nice colors. Yeah, it's a really nice aerial crew neck. That is the last sweatshirt that is releasing in week 12, guys. We've only got the pants, hats, accessories, skate, and shoes left to cover. Let's dive into the pants now and see what pants are releasing in week 12. Now for this week, guys, we have 3 pants that are dropping. We all, you know, iconic graphics that we've seen for week 12. We have, to start it off with, the studded collar sweatpants. They come in the same 3 colors that the sweatshirts come in. I'm not vibing with any of these. I don't like the silhouette. I don't like the graphic. It's just going to be a thumbs down for me. I'd rather spend 158 US dollars on something else. Next, we have the velvet trousers, all cotton velvet trousers to match the velvet work jackets. The brown ones wouldn't be too bad, but I wouldn't want to go too crazy with my velvet pants. For 168 US dollars, it's going to be a thumbs down for me on that one. I'm going to be alright with my velvet pants there. Last but not least, for the pants, we have the Ariel Tapestry regular jeans. All cotton with woven graphic. So this is the woven graphic over the top of the jeans. It actually works and looks really, really well with the legs, because the legs split up the graphic. You've got the Empire State Building and the Supreme logo there on each leg. I think that's really, really well done, or at least I think that's the Empire State. I don't know New York at all. I live in the land down under, guys. We don't have buildings that big. Yeah, no, this is a pretty solid piece. I just can't see myself wearing jeans with like this type of graphic on it. So for me, it's gonna be a thumbs down on that one. I just can't see myself wearing something like this. It's a little bit too wild for me. Yeah, the pants, just a bit too adventurous for me this week, but maybe you guys will really enjoy them. Let me know if you like any of the pants that are releasing this week. We'll move on now and have a look at the hats that are releasing in week 12. And for this week, as always, we have a good assortment of hats releasing. Straight away, it doesn't excite me as much as last week's hats, but let's get into it. So the first hat that we have releasing this week is the multi-stripe beanie. Just a multi-stripe beanie with a little Supreme patch down the bottom. Price is 36 US dollars. It's not really doing too much for me. It doesn't really scream like an iconic iconic beanie that I'm gonna remember. Moving on, we have the garage beanie. This just has Supreme up the top and then 20W50 on it, 36 US dollars. The black one's okay. The other colors I'm not really feeling too much. I wouldn't wear something like this. That's not something I'd be looking to pick up. Next we have the two-tone canvas 6-panel. This is a two-tone canvas, so it's one color, then the text is a different color. It's actually not too bad. I don't mind them. The colors are just a little bit ugly. Like, what the hell is this disgusting, like, vomit brown one in the middle? Ugh. Yeah. No, not good. The red one and the black one aren't too bad. The rest of them, though, or maybe the blue one over here is alright. But, yeah, these two here, not good. They're going to retail for 54 US dollars. I'd consider maybe, like, this, like, ashy grey black one here. That one's not too bad, but the rest of them I could do without. Next we have our final hat that's releasing this week. We have the Ripple Corduroy Small Box 6-panel. This comes in a variety of different colors. It comes in black, lavender, white, blue, I'm going to say coral or peach, and just a nice little brown there at the end. It's going to release for 48 US dollars. If you want a nice little small box 6-panel, this is the way to go. It's made out of corduroy. It's got like all the little elements coming together, doesn't it? It's Ripple, it's corduroy, it's got a small box logo, and it's a 6-panel. Like, it's got all those little elements coming together. Yeah, that's a pretty cool cap. Don't mind that one too much. I mean, you could get it in almost any color and it would work pretty well. The caps, kind of disappointing this week. We'll move on now from the hats to the accessories and see what accessories are releasing in week 12. Right, so the accessories this week looks to be where everyone's coming for week 12. To start it off with, we have a studded collars vase or vase. I would say vase. It's ceramic, it's 2 liters. Okay. I can see a skater using this for some reason. No, I can't, Supreme. Why the hell are you doing vases, bro? Like, chill. You don't need to do them. Yeah, nah, I'm not feeling this. I would not pay. How much is it? It's 98 bucks. It's not too bad. I was gonna say if it's anything more than 100, I would be like, no way, no way. But 98 bucks. Nah, I wouldn't have any use for it. It's gonna be a thumbs down for me. Next, we have a fishbowl releasing this week. It's so funny. I am so ready for all these like Instagram hypebeasts to be like, wow, look at my Supreme fishbowl, and they go out and buy like a goldfish purely just for the Supreme fishbowl. Like they've never owned fish in their life. They never care. And then now that Supreme's releasing a fishbowl, they're like, oh, I'm gonna go buy one because Supreme released a fishbowl. It's 100% gonna happen. 100% gonna happen. I'm just waiting for it. It's a 2-gallon glass fishbowl with embossed logo that, you know, wraps around. It's gonna retail for 68 bucks. Everyone's going nuts for it. I'm not gonna go for it. I don't own fish. I don't want a fishbowl. I don't want a Supreme fishbowl. It's not for me. Now next we have the Supreme Open L number 08 folding knife. Now this folding knife is not releasing in Europe. I'm assuming it's because Europe has the same knife laws as Australia, which is that you can't have concealed blades or blades that fold into the handle. Yeah, Australia is really anti that. We actually have quite strict knife laws as well. I say quite strict, but it's like more like we don't want you to have concealed blades or blades that shoot out, like, you know, like switchblades and stuff like that. Like, we don't want any of that. If you have a knife, it's a big old knife. It's not one that pops out. So this is going to be really hard to get into Australia because the border protection is going to pick it up as well in the post. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Anyway, if you live in the United States though, you know, you have all the freedoms. You can buy and do whatever the hell you want. So if you want that, it is going to release for, I love it. Look, even it doesn't even have the Japanese price because they're thinking it's not even going to release in Japan. So for the US, you can pick this up for 48 bucks. It's like 4,764 upvotes to 420 downvotes. You know what? I'm not going to ruin that 420 number. I'd pick up a Supreme knife. I'd open letters with it, man, or do something with it. So I'm going to give that one a thumbs up. It's a bit of a laugh there. It comes in either black or red, the iconic Supreme colors. But that is it. That is all the accessories that are releasing this week, guys. The only one that I'd probably ever use is probably the knife. The rest of them, not worth my time or my money. That's all of them though. We'll move on now and have a look at the skate gear that's releasing this week. Of course, we've had the aerial theme for this whole week. So the skate gear that's releasing this week is the aerial skateboard. It's the graphic that Supreme used for the... Oh no, it's a different graphic, isn't it? It's really hard to see on its side like this. Yeah, it's a slightly different graphic. It is an aerial graphic, but it's a different photo from the one that's used on the work jacket, the pants, and the Crinex sweater. Yeah, no, I like this. This is really cool. Imagine if you had it like up on your wall and like, yeah, displayed. That would be really nice. Yeah. How much is it? 50 bucks? Easy, bro. Easy. That one is just easy. Yeah. 50 bucks. Nice. Well, that's it, guys. That is all the skate gear that's releasing in week 12. We've only got one section left. One of them, and it's actually a pretty big one. It's actually pretty crazy. Let's have a look at the shoes that are releasing in week 12. This one's actually quite interesting. I feel like this was really pushed forward for week 12 because notice that it's a collab. We'll just talk about it. It's a Supreme collaboration with Timberlands. There was no Supreme Timberlands clothing that released this week. The reason why I think this was like really pushed forward to release in week 12 was because if you guys didn't know, and we're definitely going to be covering it in episode 10 of the podcast, the company that bought into Supreme back in 2017, I think it was the Carlisle Group, they recently sold their share of their Supreme stock, or their Supreme ownership, because it's a private company, to VF Corp. Now that's big news. That's big news, because a lot of people discredit saying Supreme has gone downhill ever since 2017 when the Carlisle Group came in. And you know what? I don't know if it is directly due to the Carlisle Group, but I do have to kind of agree. 2017 and onwards, Supreme has kind of gone downhill in that regard. Like comparing 2010 to 2017 or 2017 to 2020, I'd much rather go in that 2010 to 2017 era of Supreme releases. But anyway, conversation for a different time. Yeah, so now this company called VF Corp owns, I think it's around 50% of Supreme. I don't know what the stake that the Carlisle Group had in Supreme, but VF Corp owns the North Face, Vans, Timberlands, and a whole lot of other things as well. So I think that this 6-inch Timberland big logo boot was pushed forward this week because of that announcement that VF Corp was buying into Supreme. Now apparently that sale's not going to go ahead until the end of 2020, but I really feel like because that news surfaced this week, Supreme had to release or pushed forward with its release of their Timberlands because of VF Corp. What do I think of these Timberlands? Look, these are not the best Timberlands that Supreme has ever released. Supreme has actually released some like pretty crazy and pretty out there Timberlands in the past that I didn't actually mind too much. These ones though, it's really just the Timberland logo slapped on the side and then the Supreme logo done upside down. It's odd. It's very odd. It comes in an odd color as well. You get it in the classic wheat, you can get it in the classic all black, or you can get it in a light blue. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Apparently it's going to retail for $248 US. Quite pricey for Timberlands, but it's a collaboration with Supreme, so I can see why that's the case. Yeah, I wouldn't be looking to pick these up. I prefer the Timberland collaborations from like a couple years ago. They were definitely better. But that rounds it off, guys. That is everything that is releasing in week 12 of Supreme's Fall/Winter 2020 collection. For me, my favorite pieces is probably going to be the Aerial Tapestry Harrington jacket, the velvet work jacket, the wool overcoat, and that's probably about it. I actually really like the outwear this week. The jackets that released this week, I actually really liked all three of them. That's the main reason I come to Supreme anyway, is for the jackets, hoodies, and sweaters. So yeah, this was really popping this week. The rest of it though, I could definitely miss out on. I could definitely sleep on. I want to hear from you guys though. How would you rate week 12? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What's your favorite piece? And are you going to be going for anything this week? Let me know everything you have to say about week 12 down in that comment section below. That's it, guys. That's everything. We covered it all. We covered the official images, the release details, everything releasing, and my thoughts and opinions on week 12. If I had to sum up this week, the aerial stuff definitely covered it. The miss was the what was it called? It was like the studded collar. That's it. The studded collar pieces. That was a miss. That was a big miss. The Supreme Timberlands collaboration. Not for me. Not for me. So I would say out of 10, I'd probably give this week maybe the aerial stuff was good though. I'm probably gonna say maybe like a 6. Yeah, I don't want to push it to a 7. Probably a 6 out of 10 for this week. This week was a bit rough. The other stuff wasn't really kicking it for me. But I want to hear from you guys. Out of 10, what would you give week 12? Let me know in that comment section below what your rating out of 10 is. And of course, guys, if you want me to keep covering upcoming Supreme weeks, upcoming Supreme collaborations, or just upcoming Supreme drops in general, don't forget to leave a big old like on this video, comment in the comment section down below, and subscribe to the channel. You guys have absolutely been blowing it up this week. November has definitely been our month. We just hit 2,740 subscribers. Guys, can we get 10 more subs to hit 2,750? Because every 250 subs, I update our own custom little subscriber count here. I know you can't really see it on the camera. I should probably move my camera a little bit so you can see that. But yeah, we're almost at 2,750. So tell your mates, tell them to tell 2 mates, and hopefully we can hit 2,750 subscribers for the end of November. But that's everything I got to say about this week, guys. I'll definitely try and edit and upload this video before the drop so you guys have the latest drop information for this week. Let me know how you feel about this week in that comment section below. And until the next Supreme video, until the next drop list video, until the next streetwear talk video in general, guys, I'll catch you later.